Hello everyone, how are you doing? And welcome to class. In today's class, we'll be looking at introduction to artificial intelligence. So we are in our AI and prompt engineering class, and this is the beginning or introduction. So I want you to pay attention. This is not going to be something difficult. It's going to be very easy to understand, and then I'd like you to pay full attention to it. So let's start right away. When we talk about artificial intelligence, what comes to your mind? I know you're thinking about robots, we are thinking about, virtual assistants, we're thinking about self-driving cars, autonomous vehicles. When you think about all of these things, you are correct because they actually talk about AI. So we need to understand artificial intelligence in what it really means and how it's transforming economies and industry. So AI is rapidly transforming everyday life from, shaping industries, economies, and the global scale. And the good part of it is it's not a futuristic concept anymore. AI is now part and parcel of our daily lives. We call it the science and engineering of making humans, machines as intelligent or even more intelligent as humans. So let's break it down. What is AI in the first place? So AI is talking about we making machines to be as intelligent as human, because human has the highest level of intelligence. So why? Because intelligence is not just about ability to calculate maths and do logic. Intelligence is about reasoning, planning, coordination. All of these basic things that are characteristics of humans is what characterizes intelligence. So when we talk about a machine being intelligent, not just about the ability to carry out a task, but ability to now do planning, coordination, to be able to understand the context, concepts, and be able to provide solution to get problems, problem solving, all of the skills, emotional intelligence, all of the skills that makes human unique. Once machines start developing those skills, empathy, that means we can now talk about the machine is intelligent. But can we say machine is truly intelligent? And we'll still get to that question now. But for now, the concept of AI is bringing machines to the level of intelligence of humans or even more intelligence than humans. So there are some tasks that really are human tasks, and then when machines start doing these tasks, we talk about they are having intelligence of human. So at the core, AI is a broad range of technologies and methodologies, and in this course, we are going to be looking at in broad range of the technology that AI encompasses. But these are very simple things. The first to look at now is learning from experience. So in the last decade, there's been an emphasis on machine learning and deep learning. So let's take our minds to a child, maybe a 2-year-old child, 3-year-old child. How does the child learn? Everything he learns is from his environment. Why? He learns language from the environment. He learns habit from the environment. He studies the environment, picks up things, and learns what to do, what not to do. I'm very sure many of us were spanked when we were small. We're able to know what's wrong, why they spanked us. Don't go there. We went there, they spanked us, and we're able to learn from that experience. So learning from the experience is one ability of human, and that is one thing that AI has been taught now. So the concept of machine learning and even the deep learning. So machines are able to learn from experience based on large amount of data and easy tools. When we talk about data, data is what we do for our everyday life. The way our pattern of doing things, the things we watch, the movies we watch, all of these things generate data. And AI can sit on large amount of data to be able to understand and identify patterns. Why do people actually watch a particular show? There are a lot of patterns that you can see is because of this, Stan is able to understand these patterns and adapt behavior. So AI has use cases in several fields, and we're going to be talking about this too. So this is different from a language that is explicitly programmed. So when we talk about programming, yes, we are writing logic, we are writing a program for a machine to carry out. So we say, if this happen, do this, and if it doesn't happen, do this. So it's going to sit on that logic and do whatever you ask based on instruction typically. But now we are saying, don't just act on instructions only. Learn from the environment to understand how to be able to react. So there are a lot of devising that now AI is being used in generally. And you talk about thermostats, for example. You see that there's some machines now that can react based on the environment. It can know when to stop, can know when to start, it can know. So all of these things are fields of machine learning. Now talk about reasoning and problem solving. One key characteristic that human has is the ability to analyze information, solve problems, devise strategies. So when we want to achieve a goal, for humans, we try to devise a strategy. How do I want to achieve a goal? You write your plans down, you strategize, then you make the goal happen. So now AI, at the intelligence that we've built in AI, that AI can now decide to plan. It can decide which strategy to use. Think about things like self-driving cars. It makes tons of decisions based on orchestration, planning, deciding where to go. So it's driving you. It has sensors around it, and it's trying to know which way actually I turn without being explicitly told turn left or turn right. The machine is able to decide where to turn based on setting, based on what it feels is right. So the ability for a machine to be able to say, okay, I'm turning left because this space is free. I'm turning right because this space is not free. Even things like Google Maps, you see that it can tell you there's hold up at this place based on data, based on ability to reason and solve problem. So AI can now analyze and draw from conclusions and debate strategies. Now we'll talk about perceive and interact. We NLP is now a very big word. AI cannot just only understand text. We can also see and understand. Before, we always knew machine to be things that it has to be give instruction. The instruction is written in the language of the machine. So many of us don't know that actually that when you write text, whatever you write, that will be translated to the machine language, and machine language has to respond back. So it responds back to you. So there's this communication back and forth, and the communication is not like I say the machine is understanding what we are saying, but it's able to basically interpret it for itself to be able to understand. So I think that should make sense to you. So, but now we come up with the point of NLP, natural language processing, where machines can actually see and understand. So if you are used to things like chatbots and then it's AI generated AI, sometimes like Gemini does that, you actually place a text, you say, oh, I see what you wrote. So it has the ability now to see and to envision, to understand context. So when we talk about context now, for example, we could have things like Einstein the context. So Einstein can either make a law in physics or probably could be a name of a person. So when you're talking, it's able to understand context and able to understand what you're trying to talk about. Then automation and enhance. So AI is very good when it comes to automation. That's one of the best use cases of AI automation, because humans are get to a limit when it comes to doing repetitive tasks. When you start doing a lot of tasks repetitively, your brain kind of wears out. So we want the machines the ability to do tasks that are automative and repetitive, so that the human potential can be freed up for more creative and strategic and empathic creative work. What are the key concepts to grasp? Number one is machine learning. So machine learning is a subset of AI where systems learn from data without an explicit prompt and instructions due to it. Deep learning is a subset or a subfield of machine learning where we are trying to mimic the human brain. Human brain consists of neural networks. So in biology, many of us that do biology understand we have what they call the neural network, how the brain is able to process information. So the deep learning is able to mimic that, and there are many layers to learn complex patterns from data set. Natural language processing, this is the ability for computers to understand, interpret, and generate language. Computer vision allows machines to interpret, understand visual information from the world. So these are basic concepts that we understand. Then we'll talk about augmented intelligence. AI really was not meant to take human jobs and to send human out of the human race. So many of us have watched things like iRobots, and we have actually have this mentality that AI is here to take my job, AI is here to do this and do that. So we are the part of augmented intelligence where AI is supposed to be an assistant, and we've seen things like Siri by Apple, we've seen things like Alexa, Alexa and then Google Assistant. Generally, they are assistants that makes our work more effective. So they are supposed to enhance human capabilities and foster collaboration rather than replacement. So this is the more intake for the class. So remember, AI is not just a technological shift, the societal transformation. AI has come to stay. You cannot push it away anymore. So it's we need to understand it. We need to be able to use it to be more creative, innovative, and then AI helps you specialize different aspects of the economy, healthcare, transportation. There are different paths with AI is revolutionized. So I believe you need to learn something from this class, and join in the next class and talk about augmented intelligence versus artificial intelligence. Bye for now.